All right, Coach. Well, first off, congratulations. What an honor. Where were you when you got the call, and were you a bit surprised?
Really surprised. We're in our office looking at recruiting, and I had no expectations. I wasn't, conscious. Today's the day everybody kind of looks forward to if you're involved in this process. I was probably like baseball at Cooperstown, and so the phone rang. I thought it was a robocall because I didn't come up with my contacts, and it rang again, and finally. I think Brendan Bucky, my assistant, said, "Why don't you answer it?" So I answered it, and it was JD and Lanny McDonald.
Yeah.
I said, well, I said I thought it was a trade because I know a couple of our players are up involved in trades, and so I said, "Congratulations, JD, for your coming back to New York as president." No, we're calling about the Hockey Hall of Fame. I said, oh.
You put the Hockey Hall of Fame to voicemail, pretty much.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I mean, when you look back on your career, and I know you don't like to talk about your own personal success, but I mean, you've had quite a bit of it, and I think you'll be asked to do a little bit of that in your acceptance speech in November up in Toronto. But is this a time for reflection?
Well, certainly last night it was. I was thinking back at, starting, and I remember I was at Clarkson, and I promised my father-in-law that, hey, I'm going to dabble in this coaching thing, and I'll come back and get a real job, because his daughter was up in, Potsdam, New York. He was like, well, that's a long way to take my daughter, But I just grown to love it. I enjoy it. I enjoy the whole taking a group of young guys and forming a team and pursuing a goal together. And it's always been kind of fascinating for me, that the team molding. And we've had some outstanding players that have said yes on the recruiting process, which makes it a lot easier.
3 players drafted in the first round this year alone. You've had sustained success at Boston College. This will be your 26th season. How are you able to do that year in and year out?
Yeah, I wake up every day and I enjoy it. If I didn't, I would have, pursued something else, or I would have, maybe tried to join the PGA Tour with the 18 handicap.
Never too late. Senior Tour.
What do you mean senior tour? I'm going for the big thing, But it's been really interesting, and the whole process, looking back, and just think of the assistant coaches I've had, the number of players we've had, and so you don't want to look too far back. But last night it was one of those, looking in the rearview mirror, thinking of all the different things.
You've been in the game for so long, first as a player, of course, at BC, and then starting your coaching career. The game has changed quite a bit in that time. How have you been able to evolve with the game?
Well, I think you got to get better every day. You got to be conscious of, the different trends, and I avidly follow the Bruins, and watch systems and other teams that come in, and always trying to learn different things. But basically the team concept hasn't changed, and the discipline hasn't changed, and I know the players' range of music is a lot different than it was in the early '70s or '80s, but it's still, hey, I want to be a better hockey player. How can you help me, coach? And so that hasn't changed. And I think that pursuit of something common, whether it's in baseball or hockey, or that drives people together. The tennis player, the golfer, they're more individual. But you join a team, you sign up for hockey. You want to get better every single day, and so that hasn't changed. But like I said, the systems have changed. The concept of the game has changed a little bit, but basically the tenets that make you successful and let you chase trophies, that stayed the same.
You agreed to a contract extension. You'll be at Boston College for years to come. What keeps you going?
Like I said, I enjoy it. And I hope that attorneys throughout the country, or teachers throughout the country, or sports broadcasters enjoy what they're doing, because that keeps you active and keeps you pursuing something. And I enjoy the whole day, getting up in the morning, living in Watertown, God's country. It was fabulous.
Watertown, yeah. God's country. I love it.
Everything's good.
You watched, obviously, the Boston Bruins run throughout the postseason, getting all the way to the last game, the very last game. And you have some Hockey East guys playing for the Bruins, of course, and BU guys, and Charlie McAvoy, Matt Grzelcyk, and some other guys as well, Noel Acciari in Providence. What were your impressions of the Bruins run this year?
Oh, I love the Bruins. Love what Butch has done there. I tried to recruit Butch a long time ago. Excellent student out of the Ottawa area, and he became a first-round draft choice. But I think he's one of those young coaches in the profession now that are really on the cutting edge. And but even though a lot of our players are on different teams, Boston's my team.
You've thought about your acceptance speech at all?
No, I haven't.
You
I
haven't?
That's what JD said. You got all summer to think about it. So, yeah, I'll certainly have to sit down and. But it comes at a great time. We're at Vermont. We play Friday, Saturday, and it was a Legends game. I think it was Sunday in Toronto, and then Monday night's the dinner. So maybe I'll just go from Burlington right into Toronto.
And you told me you got an invitation to play in that Legends game. What'd
Yes,
you say?
Lanny McDonald said, we'd like you to play in the game, and Jimmy Rutherford was on the phone too, and I said, Jimmy and I'll coach it, I think so.
Well, Coach, congratulations in your election to the Hockey Hall of Fame, and many years left
Yeah.
at Boston College as
Let's
well.
go get some more trophies.
Yeah, there you go. All right, thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.